Stop sipping what doesn't satisfy. Stop sipping what doesn't satisfy. The Syrians were powerful. They were brutal. They were proud. And they built their empire by crushing others. And they believed their strength, man, we're going to last forever. We are the king of the world. And they had their armies and their wealth and their alliances and their fearsome reputation. Power was their drug of choice, and they overdosed on that. I mean, they were powerful. But like every counterfeit god, it eventually failed them. Nahum 2:13 says this, I am against you. I am your enemy, says the Lord of heaven's armies. Your chariots will soon go up in smoke. Your young men will be killed in battle. Never again will you plunder conquered nations. The voices of your proud messengers will be heard no more. Let that sink in for a moment. This is what happened to Nineveh. The weapons they trusted in, gone. The voices that declared their greatness, silenced. The empire they thought was unshakable, reduced to ruins. Babylon would come and wipe them out. And all done by the hand of God. Everything they built their identity on was swept away because it wasn't built on Him, on God. And here's the hard truth. You can build a life around something that feels strong, like your success, your status, your relationships, even religion, and still have it collapse under you because it's not anchored in Jesus. It's not anchored in Jesus. That's why Jesus offers something different. Jesus always offers something better. I love the story in John chapter 4 where Jesus meets this woman at a well. He plans this relational moment with her. And he meets a woman at a well who had tried to fill the emptiness inside her with everything except God. She's sipping at all kinds of places, trying to find some fulfillment in her life. And she had 5 husbands. She'd been through 5 marriages. And she was rejected. She was worn out and thirsty in every possible way. She's sipping and sipping and sipping. And what does Jesus say to her? What does Jesus say to her? He says this, when whoever drinks the water I give them will never thirst again. Will never thirst again. This is what happens. He didn't condemn her. He didn't say, go and try harder, lady. Go try another marriage. Or he said, come to me. I'm what your soul's been aching for. You've been sipping all over the places. Why don't you come and drink from me and you'll never thirst again? And that same invitation is extended to us because let's be honest, we're all sipping something somewhere. We're all sipping something somewhere. Maybe it's affirmation. Maybe it's financial security. Maybe it's control or comfort or a platform or something, whatever it is. You're looking and you're sipping and you're trying to find some kind of fulfillment. But every substitute, every counterfeit will leave you dry, church. It'll leave you wanting and longing for more. It might quench you for a moment. It might feel good for a second, but it won't last. It overpromises and underdelivers every time. Nineveh tried it, and look what it cost them, everything. Everything. See, listen, you can sip your way to spiritual starvation if you keep going to the wrong well. Or you might think, I'm getting something, but you're actually starving. This is what Jesus wants us to understand. Stop sipping what doesn't satisfy. Come to the one who does. Find this living water that comes from Jesus himself. As the team comes, let me just close with some hope here for a moment. I know it's a heavy kind of feel, but it's also a message of hope today. It's not soft sentimental hope, but the kind that holds you steady when everything else in life is shaking. When the culture is pressing in, when the temptations are coming your way, there is a hope available to you. And I love the verse in Nahum chapter 1, verse 7. We read it earlier. Let's read it again. The Lord is good, a strong refuge when trouble comes. He is close to those who trust in him. Can you read it with me? The Lord is good, a strong refuge when trouble comes. He is close to those who trust in him. Even in a book like Nahum and all these minor prophets that's filled with warnings and judgment, this verse rises like a lighthouse in the middle of a storm. God is still good. He still cares. He's still a refuge, but that refuge isn't automatic. Who is that refuge for? Tell me. Those who trust in him. Those who put their trust in God alone. And that's the question we wrestle with, and that's the question we conclude with today. Who are you trusting in? Will you trust him? And I say that will you trust him not when it's just easy, not when things are great, not when we just get together and have Mother's Day's brunch and these nice moments. These are great moments. It's easy to trust God, but are you going to trust him when it's hard? Are you going to trust him when things don't make sense? Are you going to trust him when the culture looks more appealing than what Jesus seems to be offering you? Are you going to trust him when things are falling apart around you? Are you going to trust him when you don't get your way? Are you going to trust him? Not just for a moment, but with your whole life. Will you trust him for the long haul? If you want to endure in a world that's constantly trying to erode your faith, you're going to have to put your trust in him. And listen, you can put your trust in him because he is good and he is a refuge in times of trouble. When those moments come, we often believe the lie that that's better than this, but no, he's your refuge. In the times of trouble, he's the one that's going to surround you and hold you in the midst of the storms of life.